Okay, so in the last module we spoke about using groups, and in this one we're going to talk about using tags. Now, the way I like to use tags is to find out a little bit more. It's just basically so I've got a lot more information on people in my list. So, we can use tags for like minute sort of little details. For example, when we created the groups, we created the, if we were running a catalog company, we created the women's wear, men's wear, children's wear, electrical goods, toys, etc. Now, they're great to put people into groups. So let's say a woman decides to purchase some shoes from us, and she purchases a pair of size 6 shoes. Then we could automatically add a tag to that person to say size 6, because all right, it might not be that they are actually a size 6 shoe. They could be ordering on behalf of somebody else, but they have some sort of relationship to a size 6 shoe. So even if it's for somebody else, they're buying it on their behalf. They are interested in size 6 shoes. So if for some reason you have a bunch of size 6 shoes that are leftover stock, that haven't sold, and it's come towards the end of the season, you want to get rid of these as a sale, and you create an email that says, you've got these shoes, they're all available in size 6, and you send them out to people who are in the women's wear group, but you can also just send it to the people who are tagged as size 6 as well, and then it's only going to relevant people. It might not be the case that that's the best example, but I'm hoping you get the drift that we're using tags to get more sort of smaller details about people. The other way I've used this a lot in the past is delivering courses via email, over a certain amount of weeks. It's great to put people into a course group, but depending on where people are up to in that course, it's great to actually tag them as well. So when they've completed week 1, they have the week 2 or week 1 completed tag, or a week 2 tag or something like that. So when I do look at people in the course group, I can actually see who's done week 1, who's done week 2, who's done week 3, who's done week 4. And it saves having multiple groups for different parts of the course. You're keeping the course as one complete group, but you're actually finding out information. You sort of subdividing that then, people who have completed course 1, completed certain sections of the course. And then again, it's really handy to know who's completed the course, because if you come to promote the course in the future, you're going to exclude people who are in the course group because they're already doing the course. You don't need to promote the course to them. But the other thing is, you don't want, people who have completed the course are no longer in that group. But again, you don't want to promote the course to them. So if they've got a tag as course completed, again, you can exclude them from your email marketing, and you're only delivering emails that are relevant to people in your audience. You're excluding your course group, you're excluding the people who are tagged with course complete. Tags come in really handy for some sort of more minute details, whereas groups are better for a sort of overall group of people. So I hope that kind of makes sense to you. Okay, so what we need to do is actually create our tags ready for use. So a bit like groups, we basically go to our audience, go to view contacts, and where we've got this manage contacts drop down, go down and go to tags. Now you can see we don't have any tags yet, so what we need to do is sort of plan what our services are and what we're offering. So we're going to use the example of a 6-week course, and in which case I want to create tags. So let's create the first tag. First tag of let's say week 1 complete. Create. Actually, let's just edit that. Rename, we'll call it course week 1 complete. Course week 2 complete. Okay, I'm not going to go through and create them all, but you get the gist. We can create our tags. I'm just going to create one more. Course completed. Okay, so we've now got tags that we can actually use to add to people. So most of as we go through the course, we're going to learn how to use these tags and automatically apply them to people. But what we can actually do as well is we can actually create tags and add them to people manually. So let's say you've got people on your list who work for your business. So you could create a tag and call them an employee. And then you basically go to your audience and you can actually apply that tag to them. Now we've got a little link here where we can bulk tag contacts. And when we click on that, it actually gives us an opportunity to create a tag and then to upload a file. So if we've got an Excel sheet with a list of names and email addresses on, and they're all relevant to a particular tag, then we can actually import that database. And then when it's imported, it creates and adds this whatever tag we put in here. So we can actually create more tags that way. I'm just going to go back. I'm not actually going to do that right now. What else have we got here? So we can actually, if we just want to target people who have this tag, if we just want to send information to our employees, if we just want to send information to people who have completed, week 1 course, we've got some updates or something. Next week might be a little bit different to what's expected. We can send a regular campaign, or we can send different types of campaigns to these people. So we've automatically picked a segment of people that we want to send it to. So we're not sending it to the whole audience, we're just sending it to the people with these tags. As you saw, we can rename it, we can delete it, and then we can export people with that tag as well. As a CSV file, which we can open in like Excel and view the details, or use to import elsewhere. As you can see, this has failed because there's no contact on that anyway. So we can actually export people with just those tags. So there's some options. If we do want to add somebody manually, we can just go to Contacts, View Contacts, view the people on our list. So there's only me on there at the moment. And you can see in the top right corner, we do have tags. Now we don't have, it doesn't show us visibly groups, which is why tags come in a little bit handy at times. So we've got no tags for this contact, so we can easily add one and pick the tags that are relevant. Okay, so that is tags, and we will go over a little bit later on in the course when we're using automations. We will use tags and we will use groups. But again, like groups, like I said, we've got to create the tags so that they are ready to use for when we need to set up our automations.